Guys, today I wanted to do a deck list of a deck in the Edison format that I really like. I really enjoy playing it, and it's really simple to play. So if you want to play the Edison format and you don't know which deck to choose, I think this one is very simple to play, and it's also very budget. I'm of course talking about Machina gadgets. I think they look really funny, and they're also really cheap, even in this shiny form. So it's a plus in my book. And I recently topped a regional here in Italy, in Piacenza. I did a top 4, and I've won a 3-bone frog from DR4. So really happy about that. And since I've been playing this deck for almost a year, I think it's time to do a definitive review of the deck, and explaining to you how it works and the simple moves and strategies that you want to do with the deck. So to start, I'm playing 3 of each gadgets, 3 green, 3 red, and 3 yellow. I think that this combination of gadgets is the best one, because you don't want to start without one, and even when you have multiple of them in the hand, you can still pitch them and discard them for the Machina Fortress. So you don't really mind having 2 or 3 gadgets at once in hand. But of course, if you draw more than 3, it's a bit of a problem, because they can brick really hard. This last. Then there's the Machina engine. I'm playing 3 Machina Fortresses, 1 Machina Force to discard to the grave and special summon from the grave the fortress, and 3 Machina Gearframe. This is quite standard. I wouldn't play 1 more force to reborn the Machina Fortress, because with 9 gadgets you have more than enough bodies to have always the fortress live. And yeah, I think this all of this is pretty standard. 9 gadgets. Many of gadget players like to play 8 with a Cyber Dragon in the main, but a lot of time I found that I couldn't complete the gadget circle, so green takes red and red takes yellow, because I will start with the yellow. So if I summon the yellow, I take the green, then the red, then the yellow, and like that I've ended the circle. So I've ended up with some gadgets in the deck that I couldn't reach them, so they will be a dead draw. And yeah. Also, Cyber Dragon doesn't help you much. It's good at against Bivu and against GB, because it's a big body. But yeah, I'm more confident with 9 gadgets, since they are more resilient, and they can grind more in the late game. Also, I'm playing a Scrap Recycler. This is really good, because often times gadget player will play Pot of Avarice, but Pot of Avarice in on itself is a bit of a brick if you draw it early or mid game, because if you play gadgets, you want to remove them from the deck in order to draw better cards, like all the traps to defend them and to remove monsters, or the Machina engine to able to pump out big damage with the fortresses. And with this, you can't brick on it, because there's still the effect to pitch from the deck a Machina Fortress and make your Machina Force or Solidarity live. And the second effect is really good if you run out of gadgets and be able to recycle them. So you can shuffle 2 level 4 machines from the grave and draw 1. It's really good. I really like it. I wouldn't play it over. I would play it over the Pot of Avarice, and it's a really good card. Now for the spells. I play 1 Fisher, 3 Smashing Grounds. This is to remove big monsters from the board. They are really good against Gladiator Beast, but since they don't target, they can't be negated by Titanial and other pesky plant decks. And yeah, they're good at removing threats from the board and lets you attack with gadgets to poke with little damage or big damage if you have Solidarity on the board. And yeah, they're really good. I was playing Lightning Vortex in the main before, but I find that against really beat down and heavy traps matchup like Bivu or Gladiator Beast, Lightning Vortex isn't very good because you have to discard a card and then wipe the opponent's field, and this way you can still have the 1 card in your hand and still remove the usually 1 monster they have on the field. So I think it's better in this regard. Obviously, if you are playing against Frog, you have to side in the Lightning Vortex because Dupe Lock is a very threatening board state. Then I'm playing 3 Solidarity. I wouldn't play 2 of these because you want to see it. You want to pump up your gadgets because they're small and they need some help in order to do something on the board. And if you have 2 or more Solidarity, all your gadgets become 2800 or more with the 2800 or more attack. So they become really big, and if the opponent doesn't have a way to remove the Solidarities on the board, they are going to succumb to the wave of machines that this deck provides. So yeah, it's really good to have 3 because they pump up all your machines, and then you can OTK with the limited removal. And this is pretty standard in every machine deck at this point. It's only at 1 because it's limited, but it's too strong of a card for not playing it. Then we have the staples. We have a Heavy Storm and a Mystical Space Typhoon. Then for the traps, we have 3 Dimensional Prisons. I wouldn't play 2 because against, like I said, aggressive matchups like Hero Beat or Gladiator Beast and Blackwing, you need to remove their monsters in order to do anything with this deck. So every removal is needed to make this deck playable. And Dimensional Prison, it happens to be the best battle removal in this format, so I've maxed out on them. Then I'm playing 2 bottomless trap holes. Like the prisons, pretty standard. Everyone plays 2 bottomlesses in their deck, so yeah, I'm playing them too. Then 2 Horn of Heaven. This card is very powerful. I wasn't playing them before, but since then I'm really liking them. And it lets you use your small bodies effectively. You're practically skipping the turn of the opponent because it negates a summon by the cost of tributing one monster. But since you are summoning the monster, the gadget, and then adding 1 to the end, you are not going -1, but always an even trade, because they're trading their normal summon and their monster they've normal summoned, but you have 1 monster on the field and 1 monster on the end. And next turn you can always replenish your board with more gadgets. That's why I play 9, because since you have to tribute them a monster, you always need something on the board in order to do something with them. And yeah, they are really powerful. Now for the one-off, I'm playing Torrential, Mirror Force, Solemn Judgment, one Oppression, one Starlight Road, one Trap Dash Shoot, and one Compulsory Evacuation Device. These are pretty self-explanatory. God, I can't talk today. Starlight Road is needed to protect your back row, and yeah, it's also good against Icarus attack from Blackwing, against GBs with their fusions, or against Lightsworn with JD and Celestia. Yeah, it's a really good card, but be careful because it conflicts with the Royal Oppression. If you have Royal Oppression up and Starlight Road set, if you activate Starlight Road, the opponent can negate entirely the Starlight Road effect because it summons a Stardust Dragon from the extra deck. So be careful when siding in more oppressions. And then a Compulsory Evacuation Device. This card, I don't really like it that much, because I haven't found decks that in the regional that this card is good against, but against cards like Titanial again, or not Titanial, no, because it targets, but like Stardust or Synchro heavy decks, and that play a lot of tuners, this card is really good because it stops their play mid-sequencing, mid-combo, and they have to pass with a half-baked board. So yeah, really good. Also against Vayu Turbo, this card can be good because you can bounce their set Raikou or set Hamster, and then continue attacking with your Machina cards or gadgets, and basically slow them down of one turn, because they set a card, they set a back row, then you play Compulsory, you bounce back the set monster, then you still have one monster on the field, you summon another, and then attack, and next turn they still have the one set monster that they need to set again and wait for me to attack into them. So yeah, this was the main. I'm playing at 41 because I decided to include the Compulsory Evacuation Device. You can cut out the Compulsory and play at 40, but I didn't find the 41 cards to be impactful enough to slow down my plays or not find the correct cards. Yeah, so this is my main deck. Now to the side deck. Oh, let's do the extra deck first, since it's really simple. Two Stardust Dragons and two Chimera Tech. It's all you need. You can play 3 and 3. It doesn't matter. And then I'm playing the Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, since it's funny. So now to the side deck. So two Cyber Dragons. They're really good, obviously against all machine monsters with Machinas and such cards. Yeah, they're pretty standard in every side deck now, so I decided to include them too. I'm playing two Fossil Dyna because they're good against combo decks, and this deck in particular doesn't have a lot of ways to interact with their board aside from the traps. So if they wipe out your traps and you don't have anything on the field, like a good floodgate like Fossil Dyna, you can be stomped quite easily. So this stops them, and they have to remove another card from the field in order to do their things. Like, I don't know, I have a set Royal Oppression, and I have a Fossil Dyna face up on the field. They have to out both the Royal Oppression, the Fossil Dyna to start doing their combos. So it's really good. When I play Fossil Dyna, I side out Solidarity since it's conflicts with those. So yeah. Then I'm playing one My Body as a Shield against Blackwing and Lightsworns. Against Light Swords, I play this because they often side in the Royal Decrees, and this is a spell that doesn't get stopped by Royal Decree. So it's really, really good. One Lightning Vortex, as I said before, this is good against frogs. It's a tough matchup against frogs, so you need a good out to their Duplock and all the bodies that they put on the field. Then one Whirlwind. This card is good against Light Swords and Stun deck. Light Swords because if they have Decree on the field, you can't activate traps and you can't side in the Dust Tornado in order to pop it if they have already activated it. So this is a good out, and also it's a good anti-floodgate card like Macrocosmo and Skill Drain. Then I have another Compulsory. This is good again against Synchro heavy decks, and one that don't use the battle phase that much to advance the game state, like Frogs or Quickdraw. So this is very, very good. I could play only one Compulsory in the side and not one in the main, but I see. I'm not really convinced about that. The second Oppression, it's good against combo decks and frogs, so you have to play two of them, one in the main and one in the side. Then one Transmigration Prophecy. Transmigration Prophecy is good against Vayu Turbo and all those decks that use the graveyard a lot, like Machina Control or Light Swords and such decks. I haven't found a lot of decks in the original that use the graveyard, use heavily the graveyard, but it's a good card. So, and you can also shuffle back your own cards. So if you need, I don't know, like another Royal Oppression, you've already used two, you can recycle one from your grave. Then a Dust Tornado for again against stun decks like Macrocosmos Stun or Skill Drain or Whirlwind, Blackwing Whirlwind, and yeah, it's a good card in general. Then I have a Light Imprisoning Mirror for the Light Swords. Then two Mask of Restrict for frogs and Monarchs. It's a good card. I haven't used it in the regional, but it's a powerful card to use in the side, and it stops a lot of plays. And lastly, I've opted to include a second Starlight Road. It's a good card to have multiple copies of it, but as I said, it conflicts with the Roller Oppression, so be careful with it. So this was my deck list review. I hope this was insightful, and see you another time.